on fire, burning from the inside out, she said the name of the person who did this to her. So why are they walking free today? December 6th, 2004. 911 was called to a fire in Cortland, Mississippi. When they got there, they saw a person walking towards them, completely engulfed in flames. 98% of her body was burned. They had poured gasoline into her throat and up her nose and then lit her on fire. The flames were inside and outside of her body. The firefighters desperately tried to get the fire out while she was laying, barely breathing on the ground. They tried to get a few questions out of her. What is your name? She said, Jessica Chambers. Then they said, who did this to you? She stated either Eric or Derek. Now remember, she is completely burnt down her throat, and it was very hard for her to talk, let alone say anything, and she managed to get out what she got out. Then she passed out, and they took her to emergency services. They airlifted her right away. The next morning, her family got to be able to say their goodbyes before she did pass. The investigators of this town were not prepared for what they had to do for this investigation, but they quickly went to work. They found her car keys laying down the road. And really all they had to go on was the timeline created by cell phone pings. Jessica was at her house that day until about 5 p.m. She got a call from a friend and she headed out telling her mom that she would be back. She was seen at a gas station by CCTV footage. Then she drove to a little town called Batesville and then returned to Cortland around 6:30. No one knows why she went out to Batesville, but it could connect to someone who did this to her. We don't know why she was where she was found. We don't know who she was with. It is very, very unclear. A passerby saw the fire at 8:15 and called it in. But who would do this to a small town girl and why? Her boyfriend was questioned and ruled out. And every Eric and or Derek was interviewed and ruled out. Do you think this was the name that she was trying to say? Post below, because this is where it gets insane. They started looking through Jessica's phone and they found some odd texts between her and another man. His name was Quentin Tellis. He had exchanged many texts with Jessica and he was trying to get her to do things with him, but she didn't want to. They questioned him. He said he did hook up with Jessica, but he didn't do any of it. Before they could question him more, he was on trial for another unaliving. That was of another woman who was 34 years old. Her name was Meng Cheng Hyaso. She was brutally attacked in her apartment in 2015. This was less than a year after Jessica's attack.